We have complete live team coverage for you tonight. Chief Meteorologist Mark Nelson is tracking up-to-the-minute weather conditions. But let's begin with Fox 12's Audrey Wheel. She asked if the State Fire Marshal's office has enough resources to send to these fires and what other help is available if needed. Audrey, what'd you find out?
Right, Nora, we are told that there are still more firefighters and equipment that the State Fire Marshal's office can send to these wildfires, or new ones if need be, to help protect the homes and buildings there. And we're told that it is possible for them to tap out on these state resources, but we are not at that point right now. More than 200 structural firefighters from more than a dozen task forces across Oregon are working hard to protect homes and buildings from wildfire, namely the Bootleg and Grandview fires. They're crews that go in to help once the governor declares a conflagration and the local firefighters in that area need backup.
There's still capacity left in the system. We aren't completely tapped out, but I would say that, we're not like all the way back here with bench, right, that we were in June, but we're still looking pretty good.
Allison Green with the Oregon State Fire Marshal's office explains how it all works. They'll call up the Fire Defense Board chief for each region or county to see what the fire departments there can spare to help, as long as there aren't any weather threats or new fire starts. It's also based on how many firefighters and how much equipment they still need to make sure they don't put their own community in a bind.
Fire chiefs are always providing for their constituents first, and then providing for the mutual aid system and helping all of Oregon.
In fact, the State Fire Marshal's office just asked those chiefs for updated availability for the coming weeks, and Green says there is still some wiggle room if more resources are needed on wildfires.
We always dip into our local capacity in Oregon first, and then we kind of look for some of those neighboring states to help fill that capacity.
Already, OSFM mobilized 4 California strike teams for the Bootleg fire. Green says they'd call on more help from other states if another fast-moving fire starts like the Bootleg fire, or at the point when the Oregon firefighters need someone else to come in so they can go home and rest, like after a 2-week stint. And they are constantly evaluating the need to see if there needs to be more resources or if any of these task forces need to move to another fire. For example, the Jack Fire is now less of a threat to buildings around there in Douglas County, and so they were able to send several task forces from there over to the Grandview Fire now. Reporting live in Northwest Portland, Audrey Wheel, Fox 12 Oregon.